Summary of Why A Students Work for C Students, and Why B Students Work for the Government, by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Every parent wants to provide for his children. As a parent, you always aim to get the best facilities for your child, and put him in the environment most suited for his development. But what most parents fail to realize is that the education that they provide for their child through school does not teach them about one of the most fundamental parts of life: money. Schools will try to make you a suitable employee. But, for the child who dreams of becoming an entrepreneur, schools don't provide much value. In a school test, an answer is either right or wrong. In real life, the situations you face are much more complicated than that. Parents should take up the responsibility to teach their child about money. This might mean that some of them might need to educate themselves first. There is no set rule that defines when a child can start his financial education, but a good estimate would be when he is able to differentiate between a $1 and $5 bill. Up till the age of 12, children are essentially sponges, and they will soak in all the information you give out to tell with ease. This is a good time to use games like Monopoly to teach them about finance and investments. As they grow past this age, they will enter a stage of rebellious learning, where they will choose for themselves what they want to learn. This will impact their later years, and you might need to intervene a little to ensure they make the right decisions. Early adulthood is when they will find out whether the choices they made were correct, and this is also the right time to switch careers if you're not happy. There are 4 income quadrants where you could be working. E is for employee. This is where most people will land once out of school. S for small business, which means anyone who works for a commission or is self-employed, like a doctor or lawyer. B is for big business, which includes people like Steve Jobs and others who employ hundreds of people. I is for investor, with people like Warren Buffett. Schools teach people to land in the E and S quadrant. Children who get A's will most probably land here, while children who get C's might be able to see the big picture and end up employing people with A's. You can always transition from one quadrant to another, but for that, you need to know the 3 types of income. Ordinary income refers to the paycheck you receive at the end of the month. This is taxed at the highest rates. Portfolio income or capital gains is what you make from your portfolio of stocks and other investments. This is also taxed at a high rate and is prone to high risk as well. Passive income or cash flow refers to income from assets, like an apartment, that you put out on rent. This is taxed at low rates and puts steady money into your pocket. When people are not educated financially, they leave school desperate for a job. They will do anything to land a job with decent pay and protect it with their life, because that is what school teaches us to do. A financially educated person would feel a sense of control over their future, and such an education would provide him with a sense of security. Entitlement runs deep in today's society. Some of it can be blamed on ideas like participation certificates. These are essentially handouts of encouragement given to children for participating. This teaches a child that he is entitled to receive without putting in the necessary effort. Showering a child with gifts rewards that are not earned also gives the same message and should be avoided. One more thing the author stresses is that we should learn the difference between financial advice and financial education. Financial advice is what someone suggests you do with your money, like a stockbroker asking to invest in certain stocks. He doesn't know whether the stocks will go up or down. What he's concerned with is making his commission either way. Financial education is the capability to decide for yourself whether an investment is financially sound or not. Financial education helps you keep the profits to yourself.